So we've covered 3 tests already. We did the water test, in which case just this regular piece of non-woven fabric can pass. We did the blow test with the hair dryer, and we've proven that a regular piece of tissue right here will pass it. And the burn test, in which case every single piece, every single layer of this mask is made from PP. Oh, let's burn the blue layer as well. So this is also PP, so polypropylene. Let's move on. So the next thing we kind of want to look at is to see whether or not the KN95s, or which one of the KN95s is good or bad. Now, there really isn't a way to test whether or not it'll filter 95% of particles. That's something that needs to be done at a lab. But what we can do with KN95 masks is to kind of look into the quality of it. Is it well made? Is the melt blown fabric inside good or bad? Now we can kind of look into that. So I have some very nicely packaged KN95 masks here. Now I know there's a lot of bad press about KN95 masks, but there are good ones. There are definitely very good ones out there. For the most part, you'll see these really nicely packaged KN95 masks here. Now I blocked out the names of the manufacturers. I don't want to get into that. But let's take a look. This one here, very nicely individually packed. I'm going to open it up and kind of show you what's inside. So very nice KN95 mask here. How do we tell this is good or bad? I mean, the first thing we look at really is the outside. Does it look good? It's clean. We take a sniff, smell it. If it smells of heavy chemicals, now that's not good for you. So we want to take a sniff. And if it smells, if it has a strong smell, something is probably wrong with the material inside. It shouldn't have a strong chemical smell. Plastics, it's made from crude oil, which isn't really good for you. If you're going to be breathing into this for 4 hours, 5 hours, for the whole day, now breathing in chemicals that's not supposed to be there is not good for you. So if it has a strong smell, don't use it. Now let's take a look. First thing we want to do when inspecting a KN95 mask to see if it's good or not is to kind of open it up, see the strength of it, and check out the ear bands here. We want to check whether or not it's made in a good factory or not. Now, let's take a look. So we kind of want to string these around, and we want to put these in. Okay, so if this happens to the mask, this is not a quality mask. This is probably not made in a big factory. It hasn't been properly quality controlled. So, or there's something wrong with the material here just altogether. Let's take a look if they're all like that. So this one's okay. This one just fell off. I didn't use any. I wasn't very hard in pulling it. Let's take a look at these. So this one's okay. So that was actually okay. So this mask here is low quality. It doesn't even fit. It doesn't even pass my. Okay. So it doesn't even pass my simple yank the ear string, test. This, even though it looks nice, is probably not qualified. And I'm guessing that if they can't make the ear band here done correctly, I highly doubt that the stuff inside is any good. So nice packaging, horrible quality. Now, I'm not going to say that all the KN ones are bad. I'm just going to show you how I usually test them to see if they're good or bad. Again, there's not really a way to tell if they're 95% and above. That would need to go to a test lab. So let's take a look at the next one. I'm going to take a look at this one. I opened this one earlier. I wanted to show you guys that another thing we should look into is whether or not this side and the other side matches. Now, if it's a product from a large factory that has all the proper QCs done, this should not have happened. In this mask here, if you can, let me put this in here so you can see this clearly, is that the left side and the right side even though this is completely flat, it's not even. So I measured this earlier. This piece here, the left side, is actually 3 to 4 millimeters shorter than the right side. Again, I don't care how well the packaging is done here. If the mask comes out and it doesn't even match on both sides, something is wrong with their production line. That's how I see it. Now, if it doesn't even pass my visual inspection, I'm not going to look into how well or how good the inside layers are. It doesn't make sense. It already failed. So I'm going to show you one of the masks that I think is pretty good. And of course, one of the masks that I'm quite familiar with this factory. So this mask here, again, left side, right side, it's done well. You can see from the video that it's completely lined up. This one, totally off. Again, about 3 to 4 millimeters. And this one, the ears just completely fell off. So let's take a look at what's inside. I'm not going to do the water test. I'm not going to do the burn test. I'm not going to do the blow test because I know for sure these will pass. Mainly because even this one with the earpieces falling off will be strong enough to withstand air coming through. So again, the main reason is that even though this didn't pass the visual test, there are still many layers inside. I'm gonna cut this one open.